Now students, we have another derivation, and that derivation is based on Gauss theorem, and the derivation is calculating electric field due to infinite long straight charge wire having linear charge density lambda by using Gauss law. This electric field we can also calculate without using Gauss law, and we have already discussed this derivation in the previous lectures. So by using Gauss theorem, this derivation is very simple, and how we calculate this derivation, please see. Let us suppose we have considered an infinitely long charge straight wire. This is the infinite long charge straight wire. We cannot show the straight wire, but positive charge is distributed on the line, so it means that it is the line charge wire having linear charge density lambda. Now we have considered certain length on this wire. This length is L. Every positive charge radiate electric field outward perpendicular. This charge radiate electric field in this direction, this direction, this direction, both direction, means positive charge are point charges and radiate electric field in all the directions. We have considered that electric field forms the surfaces, and electric field is having the surfaces as line charge wire forms the cylindrical surfaces as Gaussian surface. So we assume a certain radius r, certain distance r, and prepare a Gaussian surface outside this line charge wire. Because for infinitely long line charge wire, the Gaussian surface is cylindrically symmetric. Now we have on the cylinder we have certain surfaces. One surface is above, one surface is below, and one surface is curved. We have considered the small element. This flat surface, curved, circular, is having the perpendicular upward ds1, electric field outward, forming an angle of 90 degree. This electric field outward, ds is outward, forming an angle theta is equal to 0. This ds is below this electric field and having angle theta 90 degree. Actually, there are three surfaces. One is curved, two are flat. So that's why we consider three elemental surface area, because electric fields are passing from these surface areas. Now for three surface area we have three flux. Total flux is equal to phi1 plus phi2 plus phi3, and for phi1 E ds1, phi2 E ds2, phi3 E ds3 for the flux formula. And closed integral means that the boundary is closed, the surface is closed, so we use the closed integral. Now for the first portion we have angle 90 degree, second portion same direction angle 0, third portion 90 degree. So first cos 90, second cos 0, third cos 90. So now E ds2, ds2 becomes s2. S2 is the curved surface area, that is 2 pi rl. For the curved surface area we are having the formula 2 pi rl, cylindrical portion curved surface area. Now by putting this ds2 in the first equation, we get E into 2 pi rl, first equation. Now Gauss theorem says that phi is equal to q upon epsilon naught also, and for linear charge density given lambda, we have already discussed lambda is equal to q upon L, total charge upon total length. Total charge is equal to lambda into L. So by using this formula q in this, we can put up phi is equal to q upon epsilon naught. Q is having the formula lambda into L. So from first and second equation, first equation comes phi is equal to E into 2 pi rl, E into 2 pi rl, and lambda L upon epsilon naught. We get E is equal to lambda upon 2 pi epsilon naught R. Thank you.